Hi friends, welcome back. For today's video, I thought I'd show you some of the books that I got last year. Now, these are not all of the books I bought in 2017, but these are the most inspiring for me. And you'll see why in a second. And the first one I want to show you is this old dictionary that I found at the thrift store. It was $2, and it's in perfect condition. And there you have it. It's from 1945. And it's not a pictorial dictionary per se, but it does have nice page spreads with a lot of architectural and nature references. And these illustrations are so simple and yet they're so well done. I don't know, it's just very inspiring to look at, and sometimes you just need to get ideas from somewhere other than, real life. Now let's take a moment to admire my 4-year-old writing skills. Yeah. The next one is a graphic novel, and I have been reading the Sandman series for many years. I was up until book 5, and I decided to get book 6 in 2017. I haven't gotten around to reading it yet, but I recommend it immensely. It's beautifully written, and the artwork, it's unbelievable. It's like fuel for the imagination. If you like to read fiction and you haven't read Neil Gaiman, please do. It's great, wonderful. Alright, next up is the Handbook of Artistic Printing, and I found this one at the bargain section at the bookstore. I think it was originally $40 and I got it for less than 10. And it is so beautiful. It's packed with a lot of history and references for lettering, and there's a lot of illustrations with different details according to the periods that they were done, and there's a lot of color combination references, and you see, look at the detail there. It's one of those that, I don't know, one day you're wondering, okay, I have to do make a card, for example, and you don't know what you're going to do with ornaments or, what colors you're going to use, and then you browse around the book and there you have it, you find so many ideas. It doesn't mean you're going to copy what's on the book, but it's like a little boost for creativity, Artists always have influence from other artists, and that is perfectly okay. You can incorporate your own style to something that inspired you from elsewhere. And this is my favorite book that I got last year. It's called 5 Keys to Unlock the Secret World of Remedios Varo. And Remedios Varo is one of my favorite artists of all time. And oddly enough, I don't find that a lot of people in the art community mention her work. And her work is breathtaking. It's just, to me, at least, I don't know, I find it to be so beautiful, so perfect. This particular book, it's beautifully illustrated, as you can see. But it's also a collection of essays attempting to decode the meaning behind her work. And her work is packed with magic, and there's a lot of religious elements, but it's almost like you get transported into another dimension, She was born in Spain, and she moved to France, where she got a lot of influence from the surreal movement at the time, which is probably my favorite period in art. Later on, I believe she was forced to leave Europe, and she went and lived in Mexico, where, Frida Kahlo and Diego Rivera were the bosses at the time. And while in Mexico, she developed her own style and became famous. And I could probably do like an entire video about her. She died at a young age, and the last decade of her life was the most rich in terms of the art that she produced. It is just breathtaking and very, very inspiring to me. So yeah, I was very, very happy to add this book to my collection. Speaking of beautiful, Natural Histories. This one is a collection of illustrations from the American Museum of Natural History's library. And it is so cool. I was just browsing at Marshall's like I always do. I always check out the books because sometimes there's good finds there. And I see this book, it was $6.99. And at first I thought it was a children's book or something, and when I started flipping through the pages, I was blown away. Oh my goodness, there's all kinds of illustrations, different illustrations. There's a lot of information on them. I haven't read this one yet. And there's all kinds of oddities from nature. And it's just so unique and bizarre, but in a beautiful way. Definitely very inspiring. I was blown away by the illustrations, and for $6.99 I grabbed it right away. I can't wait for my kids to be older so that I can share these books with them, you know. I used to love beautiful books when I was a child. And yes, you can see there's all kinds of illustrations of animals, and there's people, and there's and it's odd and beautiful at the same time. So yeah, this one was an unexpected find. And oh, there, that's an old color wheel. I think it's the oldest one ever made. I'm not sure, but that's so cool. Look at the bugs, and yeah, the illustrations are just amazing. It's I don't know. I guess I love collecting beautiful books. I have a few of them. Maybe one day I'll do a beautiful book collection on the channel. But yeah, it's one of my favorite sources of inspiration is to look at and read books. So yeah, this one was a very, very nice find, and I'm very happy that I got it. And lastly, I already did a video on this one, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it, but it deserves to be here because it's one of my favorite. It's a Picasso coloring book. And like I said, I already did the same day that I bought it, I uploaded a video to share with YouTube because I was so excited. And I still haven't colored any pages. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I almost don't want to color on it, but then that would defeat the purpose of the book, so I don't know. Yeah, beautiful coloring book, and great quality, and again, very inspiring. And that's it. Those were my favorite books from 2017. I mean, books that I bought in 2017. They're not releases, because there's a book from 1945. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed watching. To my new subscribers, like always, welcome. Thank you so much for watching, you guys, and I will see you later. Bye.